Rennie, Riddell, Bruton and Garner. No surprises there. Gould, Hatchard, Marinoff, Randall. In the middle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to West Lakes, a change of venue, but we are here for the AFLW trial game between North Melbourne and the Adelaide Crows. My name's Paul Bonsor. Alongside me, Narelle Smith, coach of the local Sample team, the Eagles here, and we're just about to get underway. We've had a bit of a morning, Narelle.
Oh, look, you have to be flexible. That's workplaces everywhere now, so flexibility is a key.
And we're not quite working from home, but we are working from the front seat of my car. So we're parked on the side of the hill, and the Crows will get the first clearance. Goes to half-back. Bresnahan's there for the Roos. A short kick forward, and it's going to be marked by Jazzy Garner. She swings around on the right boot, puts it in deep inside forward 50. It's a good contest there. No one can take possession of the footy. And the clearing kick is coming out to this broadcast side. Good handball inside to Kearney, and the kick smothered by Chelsea Randall. And we'll have a throw-in right in front of our comfy front seat of the car, Narelle. You've
nice.
Done this before, commentator from the front seat of a car?
Oh, I might have done it alone, but not with a friend.
There's the throw-in. Tap comes down. Again, Garner gets a possession, puts it inside forward 50. Marinoff's there, got the handball back, kicks down the line. Michelle Martin for the Crows, made a contest of it. Well done by Burton. Quick hands to Riddell, and her kick is a little bit wide and out on the full. So it'll be a free kick to the Adelaide Crows.
And the Roos are definitely getting numbers around the footy. It was like a 2v5 in favour of the Roos, so that they clearly want to get to the ball first, and that's obviously one of their priorities.
So Gavalis on the mark as the ball's brought back in, and a strong mark by Caitlin Gould. Centre wing. She's got the runner pass in Newman. That's going to go out on the full as well. So a couple of skill errors early in this one.
Yeah, well, I suppose they'd be used to playing in heat. You know, like I thought about that on the way down. Like they won't be used to this wet weather footy, and maybe the Melbourne girls might have a little bit edge in the SA girls because they obviously play in this weather a bit more than us.
Kick down the line, good mark. Taken by Craven. She goes down the line. King's there, and a big spoil from Sarah Allen.
Good battle between King and Allen.
Yeah, you got the match up on on King today. And the ball goes out of bounds in the forward pocket. We'll have a throw in. Gould and Rennie. In fact, it's King doing the ruck work in the forward line. Gould worked her way to the front, got the tap down looking for Marinoff. Finds her now, kick smothered. Right on there by Garner. And we'll have another throw in.
And both these teams play a really, corridor central kind of game, and you can already see that they're all holding the corridor, and there's a lot of density around this stoppage.
It's quite a cold day in Adelaide, cold and wet conditions. Marinoff gets the handball to Hatchard. Now Randall, the three long sleeves combined. And a high kick into the centre of the ground. Stevie Lee Thompson there. She just tried to tap it to her own advantage. Now running onto the footy is Jones. Gathers the ball, kicks around the corner. Here's Thompson. Got a little bit of space on her opponent. And she's tackled. The umpire's letting the play go. The Roos will kick it forward on the outside of the boot. That's Brown. It's close to the boundary line, but kept in. Marinoff. Just a handball back. Another little fumble there. Skills are a little bit scrappy early. Craven, her handball was smothered, but again the kick goes forward. Garner running onto the footy, can't pick it up. She's under pressure from Hatchard. And the umpire's found a free kick here. It's going to Anne Hatchard.
Yeah, you'd want to be getting that message out to the players. It's just like settle over the footy, take your time, like you're not going to be able to cleanly pick this ball up. It's going to be greasy. And until they settle into the game and just start keeping their hands in the contest, they're just not going to pick it up cleanly.
We had quite a heavy shower come through early, and this game was moved from Norwood Oval, and Hatchard has it at half forward. And Lisa Whiteley was there as well for the Adelaide Crows, and we'll have a ball up just outside 50. Some
workers over there. Stop shoveling to watch the game, which is a nice view from there.
I don't think they've ever started yet this morning, have they? They've been standing there a while. Yeah. Contest in the middle. A good handball out. North Melbourne will go forward again. Now a kick to half forward, and the mark taken at half back there by Emma Kearney. Goes to Riddell. Riddell short. Keeping possession, the Roos. Garner. Garner's got one out the other side. It's found her now. And the short kick down the line has been marked on the chest by Ferguson. She goes quickly into the pocket. Umpire called play on. There was a good spoil played by Newman. And her kick back down the line. And Randall's taken the mark at half back.
Gee, North will be disappointed. Sorry about that. North will be really disappointed with that because they worked the ball so well, and they actually got a 1v1 where they should have taken that mark and had a shot on goal. But they're definitely working their way through Adelaide's defensive press.
Evie Marinoff on the bottom of that pack umpire will come in and ball it up. Captain Gould's had a bit of the footy early. And she's doing the ruck duties here. Rennie got that tap down. Riddell, quick kick inside forward 50. Contest at the top of the goal square. Good crumbing front and centre. The ball's come loose. Just going off the ground. And kicking it out of there was Najwa Allen. Now Marinoff into the centre of Westlakes. And a strong mark taken by Sarah Wright for the Kangaroos.
That's our first little look at Vicky Wall. We watched her warm up. She just looks like a really strong bullocky type player, and she just tried to drive her legs through that contest and was unlucky not to get free.
So here's Bruton. Goes around the corner. It's close to the boundary line and it rolls out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. Sophia McCarthy was there for North Melbourne. So we're about 20 metres around from the Roos goal. Talia Randall doing the ruck work for the Roos. Ball hits the grass as the sun comes out. That's good news for everyone here. Martin picks up the footy over the top to Hatchard. It's the handball onto Munyard. Scrubby little kick around the corner. Zoe Prowse was pushed under the footy. On the bottom of the pack, in a bit of trouble, has to get the footy out as right. Well done, Martin again in there for the Crows. Big strong tackle on Craven. And the umpire says, give it to me. And we'll have a ball up.
It's one of those funny days. Like, do you release the footy or do you play a bit more possession just because no one's really handling it well yet? They haven't settled into the match.
Randall, little handball to Hatchard. And this is Zoe Prowse direction. Waterhouse running through. She's been a superstar at sample level this year and got drafted by the Crows.
Ooh.
Now, Caitlin Gould just had a bit of a fumble. Allowed Cavalis in. And she's been pinged holding the ball. Well, that was tough.
That was tough, yeah. Oh, look, and really, Gould should have taken it on the first bite. She was thinking about what she was going to do with it rather than staying in that contest with her hands, but made amends.
So a couple of turnovers back and forward to each other. No one really taking possession, picking it up and putting it inside forward 50 was Vicky Wall. Mackenzie Dowrick playing as a defender. So Sarah Allen. They did it pretty well there, the Crows, but the clearing kick is going to be... Oh, no, I thought it was going to be marked. It was dropped in the end by King. Scrappy play again. But Eb Marinoff there with a steady head. And she kicks down the line. Excellent kick. Fantastic mark to find Munyard.
And that's just that composure, isn't it? Coming out, finding a stop, and now they're past centre.
Woodland, her kick was smothered. Great work from Ferguson. And the umpire's found a push in the back here. It's going the way of the Roos.
She's been prominent already, hasn't she, Kenny?
Kearney, yep.
Yeah, she's a absolute stalwart down back there. Love it.
Running off half-back. She goes down the line. Goes through the hands of Garner. Now the Crows are going to work it out. Marinoff. Just has a bit of time. Finds Waterhouse all by herself. She swings around onto the right boot. She's a thumping kick. Just had a bounce in the wet conditions. Probably not a great idea, and she's been pinged holding the ball.
Oh, that's a good learning lesson. You know, like probably in Sample you can wheel around. I knew she was going to wheel around. That's her trademark. And, you know, but at this level you're going to always have someone hot on your heels. So she'll learn from that, but loved her movement at the beginning of that play.
So King in a battle with Prowse. Garner probably thrown off the footy when she didn't have it. Umpire's letting him play. Riddell couldn't get near the footy. Now it comes out to Munyard again. She's had a couple of touches early. Zoe Prowse runs over the footy. Newman in there again for the Crows, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. Centre wing, no score yet. We're probably about halfway through the first quarter. No time clock here. We'll do our best. Zoe Prowse, her first touch. Marinoff kicks down the line, a high ball. Going back with the flight was Whiteley. She's getting it now, and it's close to the line and rolls out of bounds. We'll have a throw in inside the Crows forward form, probably on the paint of 50 for the Adelaide Crows.
Yeah, they've worked that well up there. I think they're just starting to settle into their contest method and how they want to hit the, you know, get the ball on the body and start moving it forward. And I think they're just starting to edge out north a little bit around the contest. So it will be interesting to see who gets the first score.
Emma King in the ruck for the Roos. Zoe Prowse is there as well. She's a talent, Zoe Prowse.
Chop out in the ruck.
Yeah, just like the way she played. Obviously saw a lot of her in the Sample competition this year. Someone's got blood on them. Umpire's not sure who it is, so let's play on.
Don't mind it.
King got that tap down. Hatchard got the fumble from Marinoff. This is inside 50. Stevie Lee Thompson trying to pick up the footy. She's tackled off of it. Smothered kick. Running through is Button. She can't take the footy and then lays a strong tackle. Ball comes loose. The pressure's good early. Well done again. Another turnover. Prowse to Hatchard. Fumbles it to half forward. Waterhouse just pushed off the footy. She's going again, Waterhouse. Lays a strong tackle. Umpire's hovering and says, give it to me.
They're just starting to get in their mojo, aren't they? You can see that both teams are just starting to settle into the match and starting to get a little bit more connect around the footy rather than having a heap of density.
Kelly was there. Marinoff again. Prolific stat getter. Hatchard, another one. And good composure from the defence. Bresnahan, but now they've turned it over again, the Roos. Stevie Lee Thompson has a shot towards goal. It's rolling, it's rolling. Waterhouse was there, goes through for a minor score. First score on the board to the Adelaide Crows. And one behind.
We're nearly 13 minutes in, first score.
Oh, there is a clock.
Yeah, there's a clock over there.
Well spotted.
Yes, yep.
So we'll try and bring you and do the best we can here. We are working under battery power as well, so hopefully we can get through the whole contest. We'll see how we go. Hope you're enjoying the coverage of this AFLW trial from West Lakes. Got moved from Norwood. Norwood was basically a mud pit. The Crows work inside forward 50 over the head of Woodlands. Good clearing kick out of there by Rennie. Now in the middle of the ground. Crows have possession again through Tonnen. She puts it back inside forward 50. Almost the mark, going back with the flight. Big tackle laid on Jones by Amy Smith, and the umpire will come in. We'll have a stoppage about 20 out from the Crows' goal.
Yeah, North will be a bit twitchy around this one. Stoppage goal inside 50 is a happening thing.
So just the one behind to the Adelaide Crows. North Melbourne yet to score. Hatchard in the ruck. It's going close to the goal square. It's in the goal square. Picked up. North Melbourne might get out of trouble here. Ash Riddell had a little fumble. It's tight in the pocket. Randall's in there for the Crows. Martin as well. It comes out to the front of the pack. Clearing kick from Smith is going to go out of bounds. And it will be a last possession rule taken by Eloise Jones.
The defensive work of North End was incredible because they were all over him, the Crows.
And kick into the goal square again. The spoil comes. Pressure's on this Kangaroos defence. Here's Waterhouse on the left shoot. It's high in the air. It's not going anywhere really. Went about 10 metres up and about 5 metres long. But we'll have a ball in. 10 metres around from the Adelaide Crows goal.
That's one thing Jess Waterhouse brings to this side is her ability on her left and right boot is unbelievable. And once she settles into the flow and the different pace of AFLW, she's going to be really hard to stop if she gets those opportunities.
So the umpire found the blood, or the other umpire.
Mia.
So going to change. Is it Mia King?
Yeah, Mia King.
Yeah, Mia King coming from the ground. So Jazzy Gardner replacing her.
Great matchup. Ebony Marinoff, Jasmine Garner, they're just very similar players.
So the throw in comes. Going up high, Randall falls to Marinoff. Her shot towards goal is short, and the clearing kick is going to go out on the full. So the Crows will attack back inside forward 50 again.
There's not one player forward of the square. Every single player is up in the Crows forward 50.
Newman puts it inside 50, juggling mark. It's been taken by Marinoff. In fact, it's not Marinoff. It is
Lisa
Whiteley. So Lisa Whiteley, first opportunity for a goal here. See a player limping off there.
Yeah, it looks like Rennie, I reckon. Limping on that right leg.
So Whiteley made pretty good contact. That's a lovely kick. First goal on the board for the Adelaide Crows. They're 1-1. North Melbourne yet to score.
And you could feel the Crows building. You know, they definitely, when they got it in their forward 50, they locked it up. You should have seen, like, for everyone at home that might not have been able to see behind the ball, the defenders were just organising and just getting their shape, and North Melbourne really struggled to get that out with a couple of quick high kicks where they just turned it over and rebound inside 50s. Really good by the Crows.
Constant build-up of pressure too. There was just constant attack and wouldn't let the ball come out of there. They did well.
Yeah.
The Adelaide Crows to hold it in the area until they finally got the goal they wanted.
And that's what they do, isn't it? They turn teams over with field position and being able to just relentlessly come at you.
Riddell's going to get the clearance. Handball's in the Garner direction. Well picked up and kicked around the corner by the Adelaide Crows. Strong mark leading out. Munyard. Short kick. Finds Gould. Still inside the centre square. She's going to come sideways. She's got Mackenzie Dowrick, who's a thumping left boot. You would know that better than anyone, Rel.
Yeah, she's certainly, we love her in our Guernsey.
Charlton for the Crows kicked it inside 50 and the intercept mark's taken. Short kick to Bruton. Bruton short again, Garner. They just want to keep possession here, the Kangaroos. Kick was looking for Riddell again. Gould was there. Good hands from Marinoff. Just put it out in front of Munyard. And the turnover comes. Granville for the Roos. Now the kick off the ground. Doesn't really go anywhere except into the hands of Najwa Allen. Oh, and a high tackle there. It's a bit of a cheap shot, really.
Two captains.
Yeah, and Chelsea Randall will take the free kick inside the centre square. Kicks into the half-forward line. And Whiteley's there again for the Crows. But North Melbourne going to get the ball out of the danger zone and out onto the outer wing. Player going to the ground was McCarthy. Just need to keep her feet there. And a stack of players, no one can really get it out. Chelsea Randall's there as well. A couple of girls just hanging around watching until the umpire blows his whistle. Umpire keeps a whistle in the pocket and eventually crosses himself and says, give it to me.
Yeah, and look, behind the ball, the Crows had +2 then, so that means North, like, structurally in front of the ball, have got no representation, even if they win it in that contest. So it's just about, they're just having to defend rather than actually get that offensive connect.
So Stevie Lee Thompson's kick has gone out on the full. Garner just tried to half volley. It did well in the end, but the kick was smothered. Swinging around onto the right boot. Here's Waterhouse. She just goes off the ground. Isabel Eddy has taken the ball. And the bell means that's the bit of old school. No siren. We got the ringing of the bell for quarter time.
Oh, I love it.
So at quarter time, the Adelaide Crows are 1-1. North to Melbourne yet to register a score. This is the AFLW trial. The Adelaide Crows taking on North Melbourne from West Lakes. We'll have a break and come back for the second quarter action shortly.
Stoppage from the Crows, and the defenders were a little bit slow to react. And the Crows' ball movement had a bit more method for me. Like, North started really well with, trying to find their way through the zone. But we'll see. Obviously, they get this quarter time to reset, come back out, but potentially like the talent matchup is great.
Yes.
Between the two sides. So hopefully North can recover and get a bit more offensive flow.
Just the one goal kicker. It was Lisa Whiteley of the Adelaide Crows, and we're underway in the second term. 20-minute quarters. And the free kick given to the Crows. Caitlin Gould and the handball back inside to Marinoff. She wants her left shoot. Kicks a high ball inside 50. Woodlands went with the spoil, now picks it up. And hovering around the pack, there is Lisa Whiteley. But the umpire will come in, we'll have a ball up. We're about 30 metres out from the Adelaide Crows goal. It's not where North Melbourne need it. They want it down the other end. Zoe Prowse doing the ruck work. She went to ground. Kick went up in the air and down. Again, Riddell's there for North Melbourne. Kick around the corner is going to be intercepted. I think it's Jones out there. Scrapper plays. Good tackle laid by Jones. Umpire paid holding the ball.
He's been quick on that call, hasn't he? There's been a couple of times it was an outstanding tackle from Jones.
Kick inside forward 50. Standing in the hole. Kearney almost took the mark. We had enough of it to be paid. Again, good pressure from North Melbourne. And Tia Charlton dropped the footy. So free kick to King. Emma King. Scrubbers one around the corner. Good hands from Brunton. Not sure if Amy Smith had the footy there when she was tackled, but the ball ended up underneath her, and the umpire will come in and ball it up right in front of our commentary position, which is the front seat of my car, Narelle.
I think it's one
we just do what we have to do sometimes.
It's the comfiest one that I've ever sat in.
Yeah, the chair's good.
Absolutely.
In the Ford Ranger. Ball kick to half forward. And Kearney caught one high. And we'll get the free kick. Martin just making contact with Kearney's head. But she's tough as nails, Emma Kearney. Straight back up. One kick down the line. Big pack of players. Scraps Granville. Just hacked it forward. Randall's going to run onto this footy. She did well. Got the handball over to Wall. Vicky Wall closes to 25. The kick's off the side of the boot and hits the behind post. Disappointing finish, but a good attack from North.
Oh, look, defensively, the Crows just got a little bit exposed there. Sarah Allen just lost Talia Randall, and as soon as she got her opportunity, she went through. Vicky Wall, we don't know much about her, do we?
We don't.
But left foot coming out she'll be disappointed with that, but really good offensive movement from North.
Short kick to Randall in the back pocket. Called to play on, and the switch is on. So she goes to Sarah Allen. Short kick in the marks Being taken in defence by Marinoff. Her kick down the line. Stevie Lee Thompson. The spoil came. That was good. Here's Ash Riddell. Puts the ball to half forward. Randall in front. Excellent work from the Crows skipper. Comes into the middle of the ground. Hatchard dropped the footy. Hamble was probably slightly behind her from Ballard.
Oh, the idea was there. And so Chelsea Randall started in the middle, but now looks like to be pushing back or maybe being pushed back from
defensive midfielder?
Yeah,
maybe?
Defensive midfielder and going back to be that +1.
So Eddie got a little handball away looking for Garner. Tackle late, umpires pinged holding the ball. Here she is again.
She started
Randall.
well, hasn't she? The
Very
skip.
well. Goes to Marinoff. That familiar left foot inside looking for Woodland. Stevie Lee Thompson's there as well. She swings around, puts it to the centre of 50. Well done by Emma King. Got the handball and again another good tackle. And the ball's held in.
Jazzy Garner really didn't have a lot to go there. She had 2 Crows on her straight away.
So Garner gets a little clearing kick. And Eloise Jones in front. Been going to be paid the mark? Yes, she is.
Number 2's fighting it out.
So Jones to the lead of Prowse and over her head. It's close to the boundary line and out of bounds. About 15 metres around from the Crows' goal. We'll have a throw in.
Oh, look, didn't really go their way with the inside 50, but they'll take this because they're so dangerous with stoppage anywhere inside 30.
And you can see, they just keep attacking the Crows. Prowse and King in the ruck. King got the tap down. Garner outside of the boot, gets the ball outside 50. Running onto the footy is Simmons. Now Randall. Handball to Marinoff. Puts it into the pocket. Zoe Prowse edged under the footy. It's in the goal square. Woodlands had it, lost it. Kangaroos have some numbers here. Ash Riddell getting back, working hard. Her dribbly kick is going out of bounds. But again, the pressure, North under pressure all the time.
Yeah, look, they were able to work their way through that one quite well, I thought, because the Crows are just pressing them. Every time that they pick up a footy, they've got the tricolours coming at them. But they're managing okay now, but you just kind of wonder when that's going to break.
It's a throw in. Prowse in front, got the tap down. Comes out to Craven. And Riddell again will get this clearing kick. Running after it, Randall with her Mackenzie Dowrick. And dropped the footy. Yes, she did. Tried to weave her way out.
Oh, it was great by Randall. She just hung in there. She knew that she had to actually hover over her and not actually tackle her because she hadn't taken the footy, but really defensively well played.
Randall kicked down the line. Chelsea Randall flew, and there's a North player down. Might have copped the knee of Chelsea Randall in the back of the head.
Yeah. She's certainly holding her head. It was kind of like Gould and Randall, both the long sleeves.
She got crunched,
Yeah, she got crunched.
King in the ruck with Gould. Hatchard thumped it forward. That was intelligent play. Now the snap kick to half forward. Wright was there for the Kangaroos. Good use of the body by O'Shea. Martin was good as well. Kearney, short kick. Garner. Bruton, back to Garner. Combining well. As a long kick comes into half forward. Sarah Allen goes with the spoil. Randall tried to get the handball out to Craven. She's got it now, Craven. Her kick doesn't go very far, so Hatchard decides to go with the spoil. And kick around the corner has been marked by Rennie. Rennie in the long sleeves puts it inside 50. Outnumber here 2-1. North can't take the mark, going off the ground. Just falls out to Kelly. She kicks out of the danger zone. Ash Riddell in a battle, and a good battle there as well. With Whiteley and umpire will come in and ball it up. In fact, it might have been Ballard.
I'll tell you for who North's really impressing me is Amy Smith, like number 15. Her work rate around the footy, and her ability to actually get the ball on the body and create connect from density and stoppage has been outstanding this part of this quarter.
Umpire's paid a block here, so Rennie will get the free kick.
Both knees strapped now.
That's, I mean, you can't tell which one's crook.
Well, she's still got a bit of a limp going.
A little bit sore. As
Lefty.
Craven kicks inside forward 50. Randall almost took the one-hander. The clearing kick is squaring kick and has been marked by Vicky Wall. Well, we said we don't know much about her, but she's taken a strong mark, only about 25, maybe 30 metres out. She goes short. She's got a loose player. And it's just trying to pick up who that is. It's very well played. And she's getting some pats on the back from her teammates. I think that's Isabel Edie. Edie, sorry.
Yeah. I'll mark her in the book from here. She's a beautiful, beautiful kick of the footy. Was a rising star last year.
She made good contact. Umpire didn't move. First goal on the board for the Kangaroos. Thanks to Isabel Edie. So they go to 1 goal. And the Adelaide Crows are 1-1. We've gone about 9 minutes in the second term.
Just shows you how quickly, if you can settle and be composed moving through density, like how easy it is to actually get connect. Really, Jazzy Garner worked her way through there, and really smart by Wall, wasn't it? Like, and I think she knew probably kicking might be her area of growth, and so she just palmed it off and got it to someone that can finish the goal. Really, really well played by North.
Ball up in the middle. Zoe Prowse in the ruck. She goes to ground again. Marinoff, good tackle. She dropped the footy. Well done by Bruton. Such a little warrior. There's Bruton. Goes short to Riddell. Handball to the running Kearney. North Melbourne attack again. Strong mark there by Mackenzie Darrick. She looks for Hatchard out this broadcast side. Good hands from Hatchard. Goes short to the lead of Randall. Steaming through was Newman. Clean pick up and clean disposal. Now with Whiteley. Whiteley outside of the beat just wobbles it inside forward 50. Bit of a chaos ball. Running onto the footy, Stevie Lee Thompson. She had a shot and a minor score to the Crows. They go to 1-2. North Melbourne 1 goal.
Both these sides play a really similar game of footy. You know, they love bounce off their half-backs, just trying to run through and find the free. It would have been interesting if Ballard was actually off and free in that pocket, and they might have got a really quality inside 50, but just blazed a little bit there, Whiteley, and Stevie just couldn't get that bend going.
So Eddie, working at both ends at half-back. She kicks down the line looking for Emma King. Hatchard in front. And, big, strong tackle laid there by O'Shea. But Maddie Newman just gives the ball back to the ump. We'll have a stoppage. Riddell gets her hands on the footy again. Hatchard. We'll call those two a bit. And a kick off the ground after a little fumble. That's a bit clumsy. Gould's in there for the Crows. Here's Riddell again. Ash Riddell, Craven. Couldn't quite take the mark. Comes off hands and rolls out of bounds in front of Emma King and Sarah Allen. So throw in. Dead smack centre wing. Broadcast side. Paul Bonsor and Narelle Smith calling the action for you. AFLW trial. The action's not far away, Narelle.
No, we haven't seen a lot of action this side of the ground, but it's nice to see that they're really just starting to get into the groove of like taking the ball, possession, driving their legs, getting connect, and we're seeing a lot more offensive movement from both sides now.
Tia Charlton got involved there. Again, Gould up, Marinoff. Here's Garner. She's had a good second quarter. Through the hands of Button. Darrick flew through. Goes again, Darrick. She's strong. Hatchard. Hurried kick. Off hands of Rennie. Close to the boundary line. And Eddie is taken over by Munyard. And we'll have a throw in. In fact, no. The umpires said it's going to be a North Melbourne kick.
Last touch, maybe.
Yeah, it might have just come off the boot, unluckily.
Yeah. It's a great thing about these trial matches, isn't it? Like, so you've got Hannah Button playing back, you've got Mackenzie Darrick playing back, which I think she's actually brought a bit of X factor back there. Because she's so strong when she runs through the footy, and
she normally obviously plays forward for the Eagles.
Yeah, like, you know, I think most of her footy she's played forward, so Do they miss her forward or back? It's, good test.
So again, Charlton over the foot. Did well there. Broke the tackle and then kicked to half forward. And the umpire's seen a push. And Sarah Wright will take the free kick. Just a little nudge
there
that. From Whiteley.
Umpires are warming up too, I suppose.
Yeah, not much in it.
Yeah.
So Wright down the line. Good with the spoil. Martin went with the body rather than the footy there. She could have picked up the footy. Garner did pick up the footy, then dropped it. Now she can't pick it up. A bit of a fumble. Riddell in there for the Roos. Strong tackle from Martin. Tried to rip it out of there. Almost ripped her head off as well. Just adjustment to the ponytail. She'll be fine, Ash Riddell.
Two little battlers, those two. Riddell and Martin.
And here's Smith again. Got a little handball up and the kick around the corner from King. Craven in front. Under pressure from Button. And good strong work from the Crows' defence, although this ball might have gone out on the full. A little kick from Hatchard. Ash Riddell. What a player, Ash Riddell. Absolute superstar at this level.
Yeah, they've got a star-studded midfield, don't they? Yeah. Bruton, Garner.
Here's Bruton. The kick smothered by Chelsea Randall. Goes again, Randall. Strong tackle. Working hard on the bottom of the pack is Ballard. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. Great work from Chelsea Randall. Great defensive play.
Yeah, she's just a competitive beast, isn't she, Randall? She just won't stop and such an asset.
14 minutes gone in the second term. And the Crows lead it by 2 points. It's 1 goal to 1 goal 2. Garner kicks down the line. And Mia King couldn't prevent that from going out.
Jazzy Garner's really working her way into the match now. She's proving a bit of a handful for the Crows in that midfield. She's the one that's getting the drive going in there. Obviously, we don't have stats today, but I think she would have had
She'd be up there.
She'd have a ton of it at the minute.
So Newman's kick down the line. Here's Martin. She's been in and about, but hasn't really had a lot of the footy so far. Ballard over it. Here she is, Martin. Tried to get the handball to Randall. That was intercepted. Riddell. She's had a lot of the footy. And here's Vicky Wall, impressing early. On that left boot again, gets a hurried kick forward. Randall tried to trap it, just came off her knees. Sarah Allen's in there for the Adelaide Crows. Keeping her feet. Now she goes to ground. The umpire is letting it play, trying to get the ball to come out, but in the end, crosses himself. Says, give it to me, girls.
North will be happy with this. Forward to centre, they've worked it really well.
Rennie got the tap down to Garner, involved again. Her short kick's been marked by Prowse. Kick back down the line. And coming off the boot of Kearney and out of bounds. So we're going to get the last touch rule here. Not sure I like. If it's accidental, I think it maybe should be a throw-in.
Yeah, I suppose it takes the decision-making away. Sometimes if it's deliberate or not, that's kind of why I like it. Yeah.
So Whiteley puts it inside forward 50. Kearney again. It's the handball off and get out of the danger zone. Oh, Randall flew and she landed heavily.
Shoulder.
Very heavily. Rennie on the outside of the boot. Hatchard underneath this. Keep an eye on her, Narelle, and keep with the action. Hatchard to Prowse. And this is going to go down the throat there of Brown. Brooke Brown.
If the shoulder makes through that forward, it might just be a winding because she just kind of fell on her side. And, that it just
she's up and about now.
Yeah, I think she'll be fine. It was a great leap. It's like those ones with AFLW now, like they'll be starting to be pulled off, those type of marks, which is really exciting for the comp.
And just had her feet taken from under her a little bit and, landed heavily. That was all it was. But Hannah Button goes sideways to her skipper, Randall.
Crows have done this very well today. They've shifted their defence all day, just a couple of kicks sideways and then they're inside 50.
So the kick inside 50 now. Garner's there again for North. Riddell off the ground. Running through Newman. Left it behind. Here's Bruton. High kick out to this broadcast side. Eloise Jones sees the ball run out of bounds.
Kind of spent it a little bit there, Jones, because she'd taken that ball, she would have been inside 50.
We're talking about O'Shea, the Irish woman, and we thought she was actually named as number 14, but she lost a 1 on the trip over. She is number 4. Marinoff, handball up to Newman. Good tackle laid by Riddell. That ball's going nowhere. Umpire will ball it up again. How long are we going here? 18.5 minutes in the second term. Crows lead it by 2 points. 1-2, plays 1 goal. Prowse into the ruck. Just kept her feet, tried to pick it up. Marinoff. Kick was smothered. Rennie, good hands out to Riddell. Excellent handball. Kick down the line. King and Sarah Allen close to the boundary line. Just goes back to Eloise Jones. Now Craven's in there for the Roos. Good running through footy. Strong from Mia King. Now the tackle's laid by McCarthy. Roos working so hard here trying to get the ball out. King again. Back to Garner. Puts it forward. Oh, it's 3-on-1 here to the Adelaide Crows and juggling the mark. Eloise Jones takes it in front of King.
That's that ability to understand reference, push back when you need it to be that +1, and that just breaks your offensive movement. And, the North would work so hard to get that, and then the Crows just rebound and they're gone. So
Whiteley picked up the crumbs in the middle of the ground. Here's Gould, got another set of crumbs, puts it forward. It's about 25 out from goal. Here is the Irish woman, O'Shea, close to the boundary line. Can they keep it in? No, they cannot.
And how quickly that transitions. You get that kick inside 50 where the Crows have been able to generate their +1 and then they're already in their forward 50.
And the bell sounds for half-time. So it's been a good second quarter by North Melbourne. And the Adelaide Crows lead it by just 2 behinds. They're 1 goal 2. And North Melbourne just the single goal. Hope you're enjoying the coverage of the AFLW trial here from West Lakes. The game was moved from Norwood Oval. We went out to Norwood Oval this morning. It was an absolute mud heap. Called a game there last night. It would have been hard work for the girls, but the beautiful surface here at West Lakes. We'll take a break and we'll come back. We'll talk about the best players and the second half action coming up very shortly. Of her at all, and she looked a likely type.
Oh, she certainly had some moments, hasn't she? Like she's probably not the most technically sound kick that you've seen, but she obviously works within her parameters. But what I love about her is her strength and her when she's around the ball, she looks really, really dangerous. I really like Amy Smith, number 15 from North, and obviously Jazzy Garner's amazing. I think Zoe Prowse has really worked her way into the game for the Crows, being a young and up and coming. And Chelsea Randall for me has just been outstanding. And I mean the usual suspects of Marinoff and Hatchard, they're just always hard to contain around the footy.
So we're underway in the third term. And here is Smith of North Melbourne. You talk her up, she gets a kick straight away. Kick was smothered. Rennie, it's a clearing kick to half forward. Oh, nice mark taken there by Garner.
Moved her forward for this quarter.
So Garner, long kick to full forward. Crows probably have the outnumber here. It's close to the boundary line. And cameraman's in my way, but we'll keep going anyway. And I'm going to turn over here. North did well. It comes to Bruton, and she kicks the goal. Well, the Crows' defence was under pressure. The ball fell out to Jenna Bruton, and she snapped on the right boot. And North Melbourne, they're in front.
Oh, look, and it started from the middle. Like, they won the CB. They get a connect from mid to Garner, just outside on the square 50, and a deep entry inside 50, and the Crows' defence were all sorts. And I mean, Jenna Bruton, anywhere near the goal, she's always dangerous. So, North have jumped them out the blocks, that's for sure.
So great start to the second half by the Kangaroos. Rennie and Gould call that a dead heat. Here's Bruton getting her hands on the footy again. Little handball over the top. Hatchard lays a tackle, and the umpire will come in and ball it up.
I think number 19 for North is Bowie. It's
yeah, we don't have. Yeah, we've got her down as 18, but let's make her 19.
Yeah, that's Bowie. And this is her first hit out, I think, for North.
Stevie Lee Thompson. Handball back to Newman. She swings around on the right, just puts it in the middle of West Lakes. Ballard was doing some holding there on O'Shea. O'Shea gets the free kick. Dangerous kick across the ground. Eloise Jones has taken the long sleeves off. She nearly intercepted that ball. And in there again is O'Shea for the Kangaroos.
Dangerous kick, wasn't it? Like
I played holding the ball here.
Oh.
Bit unlucky, I would have thought.
Yeah, an interesting call.
Keely Custerman on the free kick. Didn't see her in the first half, so maybe she's a new player in the second half. I think the Crows made quite a few changes.
Yeah, they've brought in Mariana Rajic is down back now. They've subbed her out for, looks like Allen.
So Jess Waterhouse won the free kick and kicked inside forward 50, and there's some more holding off the ball. Looks like Ash Woodland's going to get the free kick just outside 50. So yeah, a few changes for the Crows in this second half. We'll try and pick them up as we go along. Woodland puts it to the top of the square. Work there by Rennie. Almost took the mark, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. We're about 30 metres out from the Adelaide Crows goal, straight in front.
And that's the beauty of having the hometown advantage. You can roll your players in and out and use your whole list, where North have only probably been able to fly over maybe 25 or 26 players. Stevie
Lee Thompson tried to burst through that pack. The ball come loose. It goes into the pocket. Waterhouse is going to get there. She got a bad bounce. O'Shea for North Melbourne, close to the boundary line. The ball goes out. We'll have a throw in. About 10 metres around from the Crows' goal. Left forward pocket.
Such a competitor, Jess Waterhouse. Every time she's near the ball, you just like wait for that excitement piece.
Yeah, I think Crows fans will be happy to see her running around the forward line. I know the Panther fans absolutely love her down south. Charlton was on the ground, just tried to get a little handball up. Stevie Lee Thompson tackled by Craven. Now Eb Marinoff lays a tackle on Craven, and we'll have another stoppage.
Jenna Bruton's down behind play, which is not great for North.
Rennie in the ruck, had the footy, lost the footy, goes to ground. No players can really get the ball out. Zoe Prowse is in there for the Crows. Rennie did get the ball out in the end to Craven. Her high kick down the wing. Contest between a few players. Emma King's in there for the Roos, and the umpire will come in. We'll have a ball up.
And as you can see, Eloise Jones and Mariana Rajic are owning the back half. So even if North won that footy, they'd have no one to kick it to.
Bonnet now through King, and she's been pinged holding the ball. Good pressure from Charlton. She wins the free kick for the Crows.
Yep.
As Narelle dropped her phone. Comes to Martin. She squares the ball looking for Prowse. Good spoil again. Hatchard got it out to Jones. Her wobbly kick forward is going in the pocket. Ballard can't keep it in. Yes, she can keep it in. Snaps around on the left. It's right there in the goal square. And she must have fumbled the mark or touched. Bresnahan takes it through for a minor score. So the Crows go to 1-3. North Melbourne 2 goals. AFLW trial here at West Lakes. Garner, she's been very good. Kicks around the corner. Sarah Allen with the spoil. Close to the boundary line. And getting her first run is
Mueller.
Kira Mueller from the Sturt Footy Club.
Mueller. We'll work that out.
Mueller. Let's go Mueller.
Let's go Mueller.
Sorry if we're wrong to the Mueller family or Mueller family.
We're very open to feedback.
Yes. Not that you can give us any, but anyway, we're open to it. Maybe next week. Freaking now, we didn't pick up, this is number 27. We don't have her name, so we do apologise for that. She wasn't named on the list. She wasn't named on the website either. So we're unsure who 27 is for the Roos. So we apologise for that. Kick inside 50. Good mark there by King. So Emma King, still a long way from home. Goes short. It was a good kick and finds his sister, Mia. Goes into the pocket. That's close to the boundary line. Just marked inside.
It's Craven. I've liked her game, Craven. She's presented really well as a mid-small forward.
Kicks to the top of the square and marked by Eloise Jones. Lots of Crows numbers there. They go and play on quickly, Jones. To the outer side. This is Button. Just weighing up her options. Goes short. Didn't hit a target. They have some numbers here. The Kangaroos, a bit slow. Hatchard come in. The ball stayed in. Player stopped for a while. Up with Woodlands. She kicks it forward and the mark taken by Kearney. So solid down back for the Roos. It was a good kick too. Almost found the target. Now running through Taylor Gatt. Got the handball to Craven. She dropped the footy. That should have been holding the ball. Umpire let it go. Simmons in there for the Crows. Charlton picks up the footy. Short little left boot kick. Mackenzie Dowrick just taking one hander for fun.
Moved her forward now, so true swing woman.
She doesn't have a right boot, so she has to go with the handball. Back inside to Thompson, who squares it to Charlton. And it's not Charlton, that's Tonnen, sorry. Tonnen, inside 50. Woodlands flies. Can't take the mark. O'Shea for the Roos. She's in there as well. Taken high was Eddie. Umpire again let it play. Thought she copped it high there, Eddie.
And I love what the Crows did then. They knew that if they searched it towards goal, they were just outnumbered and they were going to turn it over. So they just quickly flicked it 45 into the guts, and now they're inside 50. So
Marinoff got the kick inside forward 50. Ballard, good tackle laid by Wright, and the umpire's paid holding the ball. Didn't have a lot of time. She probably took a step, Ballard, but good tackle from Wright. Deserved the reward.
Oh, absolutely. And it's times like these that you get to test how you're going offensively and defensively. So, you've got to have a go in these trial matches just to see where you're at.
Erica O'Shea took the mark and got dumped after she did, so got a 50-metre penalty. That'll bring her right up into the middle of West Lakes.
Gee, it's a good 50.
It's probably, closer to 60, you're right. Narelle. O'Shea puts it up. Coming from behind, Allen. Couldn't take the mark. Garner. Well done by Newman. Intercepted the handball. Gave it to Marinoff. Marinoff puts it out in front of Zoe Prowse, and Waterhouse is out here as well. It's a 2-on-1. Waterhouse kept her feet. Good help from Prowse. Now she goes on the right boot, looking for Charlton inside 50. Kearney's there as well for the Roos. Charlton just tapped it to her own advantage. Good footy here. O'Shea came in to help out. Well done by O'Shea. Kearney close, and well done by O'Shea. She picked up the footy and cleared it out of the danger zone. And Eddie's going to run onto this. Now, she dropped the footy there, did she? Yes, she did. Good tackle by Martin, and the short kick wants to play on quickly. Dowrick. Again, North Melbourne under pressure. O'Shea again gets the clearing kick, and this is going to roll out of bounds.
Oh, it's a lasso.
The big lasso.
They held up okay, North, because they were in all sorts defensively. They'd lost shape and they'd lost touch on their players, but, recovered okay.
Kick towards goal, and that is a goal. I think that was Ed Marinoff. I'll just have a look, or was it Eloise Jones?
Well, they're celebrating with Eloise Jones.
So that'll happen in a hurry. I reckon it was Eloise Jones. So we'll give the goal to Jones, and the Adelaide Crows get their second. They go to 2-2, and North Melbourne 2 goals. We've gone almost 11 minutes in the third term here at West Lakes. AFLW trial. Paul Bonsor and Narelle Smith bringing you the action from the front seat of my car.
I don't know. It's pretty comfy.
Yeah, it's not. I've been in worse spots, I reckon.
It's almost like we're at a country ground up on the hill.
Yeah. It's great. And there's a good little crowd in here. Good splattering of supporters.
Up on the western side, they're all perched on the wall having a great day.
So from the stoppage, we're probably going to get another stoppage. We are, as Rennie lays a tackle. Crows will get the clearance again. So just kicking around the corner, Considine. Half forward, Darrick and Prowse, but well played by Bresnahan. And here's O'Shea again. She's having a good third quarter. Craven lays a tackle. And the umpire will come in and pull it up.
I don't know much about O'Shea, but she's very much settled in to that back line. She's really taken the game on and moved the ball out of their defensive 50 really quickly, which is everything you love about Irish players.
Yeah, she seems quite fearless, as a lot of the Irish players are. They just only know one way, and that's full steam ahead. Prowse left the footy behind. Ballard there to help. Got the handball to Considine. She puts it inside forward 50. What's Waterhouse got for us? Just pushed her player under the ball, close to the boundary line. She keeps it in. Good work by Waterhouse. Back to Ballard. Snap on the left. Shoes goes across the face of goal. Minor score to the Adelaide Crows. They go to 2-3. North Melbourne 2 goals.
It's a great combination of Ballard and Waterhouse. They're both, like, obviously Waterhouse can use both feet, but Ballard, every time, she looks so dangerous when she gets on that left shoe, and they'll kick some goals for this club in the future.
There's Mariana Racic on the ground in the second half, only playing the second half. She might be in trouble here. No, umpire gave her the benefit of the doubt. Thought she dived on the footy. But we'll have a ball up.
Tell you who else from the Crows that I've really liked their game is Maddie Newman. She's been really solid off that half back.
Definitely.
Yeah, run, and looks like, getting an opportunity and just taking that and just looking solid.
It's a good test for North as well. They last year's prelim finalists. Obviously the Crows the reigning premiers. Kicked forward by Marinoff. Ballard just tried to burst through again. Kearney, short. Riddell. She takes a one-hander. Skills on display. And found Bruton. I just keep wanting to call her CJ after the basketballer, but I won't. Coach of the Adelaide Adelaide 36ers, obviously.
Yep.
CJ Bruton. I'm sure he's watching.
No doubt he'd be tuning in unless he's coaching.
So we've got another throw in, half forward right for North Melbourne. Gould got the tap down. Martin over the footy. She dragged it in and is going to be pinged holding the ball. That's a good decision. Good tackle by Mia King. So King inside 50. Spoil came. Emma King's sort of hovering around the area, but we will have another ball up.
Yeah, North look dangerous when they get close to goal. Their ability around the contest and the stoppage is outstanding.
Snap kick from Riddell has gone through for a minor score. In fact, it might have been... no, it was Riddell.
Yeah, it was Riddell.
So, minor score for the Kangaroos. They're 1-1. Crows are... Sorry, they're 2-1.
Ooh.
Crows 2-3. 3-3 even. How's my addition going at the moment?
It's the conditions. It's tough.
15 minutes gone in the third term. Rennie got the tap down. Jones for the Crows. Tries to clear the area. And a high tackle.
Is it Jazzy Garner, I think, with the footy?
No, I don't think it is. It was that player that we didn't have the number 4.
Oh, Bowie.
It was Bowie, that's
yes.
right. Thank you. So Bowie put it inside forward 50. Quick kick came out of there. Button ran over the footy. Riddell didn't. She picked it up, snapped it into the goal square. In front, Randall. Did well, held her position well. Now a tackle laid. Umpire's letting him play. And now he comes in and balls it up. About 20 metres out from the Kangaroos' goal. I'd love one here.
And that's what I love about Craven. Like, everywhere, she just is a competitor. Like, she's going to kick some goals for North Melbourne this year.
So they kick out of defence. North have some numbers. Little kick down the line. This is going to roll out of bounds, is it? Ebony Marinoff lets it roll out of bounds from Taylor Gatt. And I did say 3-2. It's 2-4 plays 2-1. Just to clear that all up.
And now I'm watching North behind the ball. They're actually getting a bit more defensively shaped behind the ball, which will help them to lock this in and create scoring opportunities.
Ratchich got the handball over the top to Jones. Now hurry kick from Marinoff. Waterhouse takes the mark at halfback. She always wants to go.
Ooh.
Now just tried to handball to her own advantage there.
Ooh.
She had nowhere to go to. There was no one to kick to in front of her, so she just tried to make something out of nothing. The handball comes back to Bresnahan. Now O'Shea, and marked on the chest by Jones. She wanted to go. Tackled by the shorts. That was good footy. Vicky Wall put it inside 50. Randall just had to sit for her the ball. She's under pressure and knocked off the footy. And has it gone through for a minor score? It has. A rush behind to the Kangaroos. They're 2-2. Trailing the Adelaide Crows 2-4.
Interesting decision making by Waterhouse. I'm not quite sure at this level that you can do the underground handball when you've got at least 2 defenders around you, because I'm sure that they would have preferred.
Well, that's a fantastic play from Randall. She smothered the kick of Ratchich, got the crumbs, walked into an open goal and kicked another one for the Roos.
They are solid, the Roos.
Yep.
They've just certainly settled into this game, and now it's kind of like a flip. Every time that the Crows pick up the footy, they've got North coming at them, and that was a really well-worked goal and well-deserved.
Yeah, it's a very, very handy goal. They go to 3-2. The Adelaide Crows 2-4. Third quarter action, 18 minutes gone. So just a couple of minutes, playing 20-minute quarters here in this AFLW trial from West Lakes. And the sun's shining. It's beautiful here now.
Gorgeous.
We've had rain and freezing cold weather, but it is absolutely beautiful here at the moment.
What weather? I'll tell you who has really impressed me is Vicky Wall. We've spoken about it. Like she had another involvement there with that turnover and that creating that goal.
And he was tackled by Marinoff, dropped the footy. Over the top of it, in trouble is Garner. No, the umpire says we'll ball it up. Right in the middle of Westlake's. Caitlin Gould, good tap from her. But here's Ash Riddell on the left boot, puts it to half forward. Garner, strong.
I think that's her best position for connect that we talked about at quarter time or half time.
Randall was in a really good spot. Bruton was flashing past. The ball didn't come out to her. It does now. Riddell, kick smothered. Excellent work from Considine. And it's close to the boundary line. She tries to kick off the ground and in the end goes out on the full. Probably not the best option. So Riddell will have a free kick. She's on the boundary line in the forward pocket. Plays on quickly and hits up Garner. So increases the angle a little bit, but still a tough shot from here, Narelle.
Yeah, and that's what Jazzy Garner brings. Like she'll come at the kicker. She's a beautiful kicker. The football. She'll kick this. But her ability to aerially contest and actually create scoring opportunities is great.
There's a little bit of breeze going to that end as the bell sounds for three-quarter time. Big kick in the context of the game. It's coming back, but off hands, no score. So at three-quarter time, North Melbourne lead it. They're 3-2. The Adelaide Crows are 2-4. We'll have a short break and come back for the last quarter action here from West Lakes, the AFLW trial between the Adelaide Crows and North Melbourne. Welcome back to West Lakes. It's the AFLW trial. The Adelaide Crows taking on North Melbourne. And at three-quarter time, North Melbourne have a 4-point lead, 3-2 to 2-4. Paul Bonsor, Narelle Smith with you. Narelle, what do you think of that third quarter?
Oh, look, I think both teams have now cleaned up their ability to move the ball with method around density and contest. And North just got that edge, and for me, it's Jazzy Garner playing across that half-forward line. But she's back in the middle now, and we'll see if they can get a connect from their mid to the forwards.
Final quarter underway, and Hannah Button got the clearance. Kicks to half-forward. Zoe Prowse comes out, just kicks it to her own advantage. Now the ball goes forward. I thought we just mentioned that Munyard had been. We thought she'd been swapped at half time, but she's playing the last quarter, so she had the third quarter off. She's back on the ground. It confused me a minute, just there for a minute.
Yeah, she her first half was outstanding. Her ability to come up and mark the ball up on the wings and get that ball going forward was brilliant.
So the throw in, Stevie Lee Thompson went to knees, got a little handball up to Charlton. Just handballed to her own advantage in the forward pocket, under pressure from Garner. And North have some numbers here. O'Shea, quick kick forward. And the ball's taken by Bresnahan. Kicks to the middle of the ground, backing back. That was courageous from Jones. I think she's put the long sleeves back on again.
Allen.
Oh, no, it's Naj Allen.
Yeah.
So she had the third quarter off as well.
Yeah, she did.
She's back on. Ratchich to Dowrich, who looks like she's gone back after playing a quarter forward. Now the handball comes out to Wall. She's got some pace, Wall.
Oh.
Touches on the ground. She ran her distance. Now the little handball to Craven. And the intercept mark's been taken. And the LA Crows might get out of this. Randall is going to run the ball to the boundary line. That is Najwa Allen.
I wonder if Vicky Wall's from a rugby background. Just the way she moved then was very much like a front rower.
She showed some speed, didn't she?
Yeah, but she obviously needs to work on that kick because it probably should have just been bombed in.
King's taken the mark inside forward 50. Strong grab, had plenty of it. And Emma King probably about 35 metres out.
Yeah, we talked quickly about that breeze. It's quite a kick from here.
He'll take her best. She's confident though.
Love that.
Picks up a bit of grass to just check the breeze. And she'll go back and have a shot from, it's probably about a 35-degree angle. And she's just sprayed this a little. In fact, it's not even going to register a score. It's out on the full.
She certainly got the distance though, didn't she? But obviously that pull to the left when you're trying to get distance, and the Crows' defence there, they were in all sorts. They had lost touch with their players, and North were able to get a really quality inside 50.
Darrick brings the ball back in, juggling mark even by Ratchich. Wants to attack up the middle. Crows have some numbers. Martin dropped the footy. Should have been holding the ball in my books. Najwa Allen's there. She goes around on the left. Again, the ball's on the outer wing. Just working it through hands. Back to Darrick. It's that familiar left foot style around the corner. Almost Darren Jarman-like. Just off a step. A left boot. Close to the boundary line on the outer side. O'Shea lays a big tackle. And called a sling tackle, the umpire. Well, I just thought that was a really good tackle. Bit unlucky, O'Shea. So kick to Kelly. Off she goes. Kicks to half forward. Out the back, Stevie Lee Thompson. Oh, the mark was dropped. Put herself under pressure. Bresnahan. Ballard. Kick straight up in the air. She butters up again. In fact, it's not Ballard, and the short kick's been marked by Gould.
Smart play.
It was Albie Ballard. Sorry.
It was Ballard, yeah. Really smart play by Ballard. She knew that North had an outnumber close to goal, and she just did that little chip kick inside. Fantastic.
So Caitlin Gould kicks from 49 metres. Made pretty good contact. It's going to land in the square. Off hands and through for a minor score. So the Adelaide Crows go to 2-5. North Melbourne, 3-2. Back to a 3-point game. Short kick to Garner. She's got Bresnahan. Still inside a defensive 50. And come down this broadcast side. Randall in front. Spoil from behind. And the ball goes out of bounds. Amber Ward playing the spoil.
Yeah, she's having a little taste of the tricolours.
Yeah.
Barrack for the Crows her whole life, and big Crows family, which is nice to see.
Is she locally? Who she play for?
North Adelaide.
North Adelaide.
But spent a year over in West Coast. Well, 2 years in West Coast, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
So from that throw-in, we'll get another ball up. Sun shining here. Beautiful day in Adelaide. What were we worried about?
Oh.
Quick clearance. Craven running onto the footy. She's under pressure. She was a meat in the sandwich there. Came off worse. Eddie tried a handball over to Emma King. Still a bit slow getting up here, Craven. King did well. Bent over. Gave it to Eddie. Eddie forward to Smith. The ball just goes past all of them except Najwa Allen. She did very well. Attacked the footy.
She sure did. She was in a 4v1 outnumber and just attacked the footy, kept it in front and really cleared. She had a good first half, Allen, and North Melbourne were on there if they'd got that inside 50.
Good mark by Ballard. She used the body beautifully. Now she kicks to half forward. Through the hands, running forward, just going off the ground. Now it's picked up and going around the corner and close to the boundary line. That again was Munyard. Goes out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. On about 13 minutes. Crows need a goal.
Brooke Brown did really well then from North Melbourne. She kept the ball in front. You know, they can reset defensively.
That's a throw in. Just using the body, Rennie. Then had a bit of a fumble. Kicked it off the ground. O'Shea, Craven. Now coming in, picking up the footy. Stevie Lee Thompson. Handballs forward. But again, North are going to get the clearance. They have the numbers. King. Her kick's been intercepted by Dowrick. Normally a good user of the footy, but not this time. It's been intercepted by Eddie.
And you can hear Crocker on the boundary line just yelling out, control the footy, and that's exactly what they need to do coming out of their back half because the Crows are so defensively shaped that North need to find a really coordinated way out.
So Taylor Gatt dropped the mark, but she's got some help here. Amy Smith tried to burst through. Another good tackle. Zoe Prowse trying to burst through. And the umpire says, come in and give it to me. Some good tackling here. Narelle.
Yeah, it was great by North. And they'll be happy to do this. Like, just get a bit of territory, have another stoppage, reset and start again.
Prowse and Rennie. Martin with their hands on the footy. About half the size of Rennie.
That's great. Well, Rennie did great there not to give away a free because Rochelle Martin would have to be the biggest player for head-high tackles in the AFLW, I'd say.
Going off the ground, Waterhouse. Side forward 50. Good tackle again. Tackling pressure is just getting better as the game goes on. That time from Lisa Whiteley.
I think both sides have just, started to escalate every quarter and settle into the match.
Here's Riddell coming through. Waterhouse again tried to go off the ground, but just kicked into another player's legs. O'Shea liked her game, although that time she left the footy behind. Munyard. Handballed to Rennie. Now Riddell under pressure from Eloise Jones. She copped a high shot, and the ball will come back to Ash Riddell.
Might have thought that was downfield.
Thought it was definitely downfield. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But we're in a car. They're out in the field umpiring.
Yes, and doing a great job, by the way.
Us or the umpires?
I'd say both. Lock it in.
Craven takes the mark on the wing and might have some encroachment on the mark from Jess Waterhouse. Yeah. And that's a 50-metre penalty. That'll hurt.
Well, that's what these trial matches are for. Learn that experience. Like at this level, you just can't trot through the mark. You need to actually work hard to keep the distance in the protected zone.
So Tess Craven, has she got the distance? She'll kick from probably 35, maybe 40 metres out.
Loved her game. Going to back her in.
Just got underneath the footy a little bit. Zoe Prowse takes the mark.
She's had a really good game, Zoe Prowse. Really stepped up to the mark when she's needed to for a young player. She's going to be a fantastic player for the Crows.
So her kick has gone wide, running onto the footy Clusterman. Her kick down the line. There's a contest on the wing. Ash Woodland's there for the Crows. And it goes out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in on the outer side.
I've really loved North Melbourne's ability to just own the territory through the middle of this ground. Like, once they get it, they're just really starting to accumulate those inside 50s and really put the Crows' defence under pressure.
Rennie gave away a free kick, got in the back of Zoe Prowse. Big future, this girl. Excellent kick to Allen, who marks inside the centre square defensively. Kicks to Jones. Good skills again. And a good lead up from Eloise Jones. So beautiful. Dodged around the player on the mark. I think everyone did except the player on the mark.
She'll learn.
Now it's a contest at half back for the Roos. Ash Riddell. A little shepherd there. That was good work.
Oh.
Now the kick was smothered by Munyard. Little kick back inside was clever. Crows play on quickly. Ballard to Charlton. Kick towards the goal square. Is the mark taken by Woodlands? No. Umpire called play on. Kearney. Handballs back to Brown. And she kicks down the line. Rennie underneath it. Good mark. Backing back with the flight.
It was great play from both sides, wasn't it?
Yep.
The offensive movement of the Crows was excellent, but that's a lesson for a lot of young kids, is never give up on a game defensively, because at that point you thought Ash Woodlands is going to take this mark, but no one gave up on it defensively for North, and now they're out and heading towards their goal.
Hannah Bowie to King. Mia King down the line. Randall used the body well, took the chest mark.
Gee, she's a clever player, Randall. I love when she's in full flight. She's fantastic to watch.
Talia Randall called to play on. It's a long kick inside 50. Lots of numbers there. No one's really gaining possession, so the umpire blows his whistle, says, give it to me, girls. We've gone a bit over 8 minutes in the final term. And it's still a 3-point lead to the Kangaroos. Zoe Prowse took it out the ruck, got the handball to Jones. She goes to Ballard, back to Jones. Crows are running.
I love that kick.
Considine puts it long, down into forward 50. It's a race. North Melbourne will get back there first. And Sarah Wright goes across the ground.
Clever.
She's got Kearney. Kearney short, hits Eddie. So there's a bit of space opening up in the last quarter here as the sun comes out. Eddie goes down the ground, or Eddie goes down the ground even. But the Crows are going to turn it over. Simmons back inside Charlton, all through her fingers. Riddell's there. Ducked into the tackle. Got the handball to Kearney. And now Bresnahan. Craven went past her. Waterhouse back to help. Ratchich back to Waterhouse. Got a hurried kick away. She was under pressure. And then the kick smothered again. So good pressure from both teams. It's a hot footy at the moment.
Hot. We haven't had to stop for a while.
Now picked up by Ballard. The handball went astray. Now Jones squares it, looking for Charlton. She left the footy behind as well. Rennie just showed a bit of composure there to get a handball over the top. Craven out on her feet. She can't run towards the footy. She's got no petrol tickets left. Comes out to Prowse. Again, the pressure is on from North Melbourne. Thompson back to Prowse. High kick inside forward 50. Riddell kicks out and marked by Thompson.
I think everyone's praying for a mark so they can just kind of settle down. They've been
Take
going
a breather.
for about 2.5 minutes flat out. Impressive from both sides, though.
It was.
Yeah, really good.
Jess Waterhouse.
What do you think? Has she got the distance?
Almost.
Almost.
Not quite. She kicks from just 49 metres to the goal square. Comes off hands. Now, again, North Melbourne have good numbers here. Craven kicks down the line, and this will roll out of bounds and should be the last possession rule going the way of the Adelaide Crows.
And that's the big penalty, isn't it? Like, it is just outside the arcs. We play differently in Samford and Samford W. It's all around, but still a massive penalty.
That's Zoe Prowse having a fantastic second half. Prowse kicks inside 50, big fly. Came from Munyard. Out about that pick up from Jones. But the goalkeeper's there and takes the mark, Sarah Wright.
They get it moving quickly. They could definitely get through this zone of the Crows.
Bowie has it inside a defensive 50. Thought about the switch. And then goes short. On the outer side. Playing a bit of the clock at the moment, the Roos. Kick down the line, close to the boundary line. Spoil came from Muller. Prowse is there again. Charlton. Quick kick, back inside 50. North have the numbers again. It's a 3-on-1, although under a bit of pressure there. The umpire's hovering and says, give it to me.
Wow.
Very lucky.
Very lucky there, the North defender. I didn't quite catch who it was.
I think it's McCarthy, is it? Not sure. But we'll have a ball up. We're about 30 metres out from the Crows' goal. Going to get the clearance, though. King. The Roos. There's McCarthy of North Melbourne. And again, the ball will go out of bounds and we'll have a throw in. In fact, we won't have a throw in. It'll be a free kick going the way of the Kangaroos.
It's been a last touch.
Handball backwards. Riddell, her kick smothered. In fact, kicked it straight into Simmons. And it's gone out of bounds. So we'll have a throw in now.
What I've loved about both these sides is the contribution of the players across the board has been really good, and that's exactly what you want from this time of year, that everyone's contributing and actually doing something good to build their confidence as you head towards round one.
So Garner, a reverse spiral into the centre of West Lakes, running through Jones.
Wow.
Clean pick up and puts it forward. Munyard's there and so is Kearney. Kearney tapping it in front of her own. Herself, the ball just will not sit for it, and in the end rolls out of bounds in front of Emma Kearney.
Well played by the wily veteran. Just gets a stop,
That's
gets her rotation done,
well.
and playing against a younger player in Munyard.
Gone 9 minutes in the final term. It's a 3-point lead to the Kangaroos. Gould got the tap down to Jones, and there's a high tackle here. It's going the way of North Melbourne.
She's played well, Mia King. I mean, she's already a superstar, but when she takes her game to the next level, she'll be one of the premium midfielders in the comp.
Kicks down the line, and Emma King takes the mark. She kicks towards 50. Well done, Mackenzie Dowrick.
Beautiful.
It's always coming back onto that left boot of hers. Oh, going back with the flight, Eloise Jones. What a player.
Oh, isn't she? She's a complete player. She's got pace, aerial, ground, skills. Quality.
Skills on display there as she went sideways to Kelly. Short kick to Martin. Still a long way from home, Martin. It's the North Melbourne coaching staff yelling.
Fill the corridor.
Fill the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
Another short kick again to Kelly. So Kelly trying to go around the player on the mark. Kicked inside forward 50. Gould. Handball to Waterhouse. You want her left foot. Just stabbed at it a little. Probably could have had a shot. I know it's still a long way up, but she's got a thumping kick. Falls to... And missing.
It was Whiteley.
That was Whiteley.
Yeah.
I nearly said Ballard. But so another minor score. 2 behinds in this quarter to the Adelaide Crows to close the gap to 2 points. So we're getting to a point where I'll just start thinking about the clock.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to be in a close game.
I've just realised something. The clock's counting down, not up.
Yes,
so it's been counting up for the first 3 quarters.
Has.
Now it's counting down. So we have a minute left in the game.
Right. So it's great for them to be practicing this at this time of the year to save the game.
I thought it was a really long quarter when I looked up and saw 8 minutes. I got, hang on a second. Anyway.
So now they'll play possession, and if this was a round proper, they'd be practicing this to actually win the game. It's fantastic.
Nicole Bresnahan. So we're into the last minute of play. The Crows need the footy. Martin got a high tackle. Won't be her last for the season. Squares the ball into the centre of the ground. Najwa Allen wants to go, has to go. Stevie Lee Thompson just has to thump it.
Yes.
Long kick down and a nice mark taken by Brown. Brooke Brown just got in the hole. Took a solid chest mark. Now they've got time on their side here. So it goes short to Bresnahan. Bresnahan's got O'Shea. Going to come this broadcast side. Gould in a good spot, takes the chest mark. Still time for the Crows.
4 seconds.
She has to go. Put it inside forward 50. And the mark's been taken as the bell sounds to end the game here. And North Melbourne will get the win in a pretty good contest, Narelle.
Oh, fantastic hit out for both sides. I think, like obviously there's no points up for grabs, but there's, it's a chance to test your players in positions that you want to play them, test them in positions that you maybe have potential for them to play in, and I think both sides will be really, really happy with this hit out. So
the final score, as I make it, is North Melbourne 3-2-22 to the Adelaide Crows 2-6-18. We hope you enjoyed the live coverage here of this AFLW trial game, and North Melbourne running out winners over the Adelaide Crows by 2 points. On behalf of our camera crew here that worked so hard to get this game underway, and myself, Paul Bonsor, and Narelle Smith, thanks for joining us, and hope you enjoy the rest of the